Hey, how you guys doing? So we have gone past the 6th episode for the 2nd season of Love Live Superstar. Of course, that was the episode where we got Natsumi to finally join. So the big question is, where does she finally rank because she was not that popular before? So let's go ahead and look at the results then. So, in 9th place, we have Ren. In 8th place, it goes to Cuckoo. 7th goes to Natsumi. 6th goes to Chisato, 5th goes to Shiki, 4th goes to Mei, 3rd goes to Kinako, 2nd goes to Sumire, and still in 1st place is Kanon. So, we did have some shifts in the rankings here after that last episode. Kanon still first. I don't even know if I want to say this is a prize anymore. She is still first. She's still been winning by a decent amount here. You can see the difference is 0.7 between 1st and 2nd place. I guess at this point we're going to see, can she go undefeated for the rest of the anime? The answer is maybe. 2nd place goes to Sumire. She was 2nd place last episode, so there's no shift in the rankings for her, but she has moved up over time. But she did happen to be the favorites for the females, while males are the ones carrying Kanon to victory. Past that, we have Kinako. Kind of had a bit of a resurgence in this last episode. You know, we went and visited Hokkaido, which is where Kinako is from. We got to see her house. We got to see her interact with her goats. So, you know, fun stuff like that. Mei is getting 4th place, but the notable thing is 10 to 14-year-olds didn't like her, so at least from according to this poll. Again, I don't have that many young people voting, but she did flop in that category. But otherwise, she seems to be settling in a pretty decent spot. Shiki gets 5th. She notably had the most amount of votes for 2nd place. And she seems to be settling towards the middle. We got Chisato in 6th place. And she did pretty well for the older audience, but the young audience doesn't seem to care that much about Chisato. And then, of course, the big question was, where would Natsumi rank? Well, she got 7th. So there was definitely a decent improvement from last episode to this episode. But she was in the worst, close to the worst in many categories, being 7th or 8th, as you can see, it has highlighted in red. Though she did win the one category, which I expected, is the 10 to 14-year-olds, because her character kind of appeals to that demographic. So that is where she ranks in 7th place. Could be better, could be worse. And then Cuckoo and Ren are struggling, which is kind of been a recent trend. So here is the results from episodes 1 through 6, and you can see like Kanon straight yellow. She won every single episode. Kinako has moved up and down. Cuckoo has been trending downwards and continues to be trending downwards, moving towards the back. We have Ren, who has not been doing very well and actually finally hit last place as this episode, so at least good. Luckily for her, the next episode seems to be focusing a bit on her, because, you know, she definitely needs that, because a lot of people don't have a great appreciation for her. We saw Natsumi, who just has not been doing well, and you can see she was averaging around 7, but now she jumped all the way to 5.1, which that kind of jump was huge. Probably the biggest jump. No, it doesn't look like it was the biggest jump across the board here, but it definitely was a considerable jump. But she still is, of course, averaging very, very poorly. So across the anime, she might very much end up being the average for the worst. But we'll have to see. There was some improvement for her, but people are still not very convinced for her. So those, of course, are the results. And if you're curious to see the demographics, you can see them as they are on the screen right now. And it can show you the breakdown of each group. And of course, thank you to all the people who participated in the poll. As you can see, their names go across the screen right now. These are people who wish to be credited for their participation in the poll. And of course, if you want your name to show up on here, participate in the next poll, which of course will come out on Sunday after that episode. And thank you to YouTube members like Coolmax for supporting this channel. Thank you so much to all the people who support this channel. I really do appreciate it. And here are some of the comments that some people have put in there. And I know a lot of people were talking about after the episode, is some people seem to like Natsumi better. But there's still a decent amount of people who are not convinced about her character, and I'll probably put myself in that camp, because, you know, a lot of the worst attentions that she had seem to die down, you know, not so much like I'm going to take advantage of these people, and I see these people as money makers and not like real people. But you know, she still kind of feels that Nico kind of character, or Kasumi, that really kind of annoying almost, I want to say, that kind of character, that she kind of fills that niche, and some people do tend to like that, especially the younger audience. But the older audience seems to usually find that kind of character not that very enjoyable. But you know, that's just what we have currently so far, and of course there's more time for growth for certain characters, especially like Ren, who needs that a lot, as people seem to not really care about Ren that much, and I personally find that a shame, because I actually do like Ren a lot, and I hope to see she get more support, which is probably might have to do with gaming. I guess that's more of a recent trend for her, that she seems to be interested in gaming. So maybe they're going to dig into that more, especially because the episode was "You are Hazuki Ren." You are meaning ultra rare, and that's what a lot of mobile game views as that being the highest rarity of card you can collect. But that is my guess. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it, and hope to catch you guys in another video soon.